Hello all, this is Angel W, Assistant Professor, PG and Research Department of English from St. Joseph's College of Arts and Science, Autonomous Cuddalore. In this video, let's have a small introduction about the writings of William Shakespeare. At first, in this video, let's get to know about drama and its introduction. Let's get to know about the definition of drama. Drama, it is actually a composition in verse or prose intended to portray life or character or to tell a story, usually involving conflicts and emotions through action and dialogue, and typically designed for theatrical performance. So, in simple, drama is again going to be a literary genre which is written purely for theatrical performance. It is going to deal with conflicts and emotions through action and dialogue, and it is typically designed for theatrical performance. It ends with a message for the audience. So it usually has a message for the audience at its own end. Coming out to the creators of drama, they are being addressed as playwrights or the dramatists. Now, let's get to know about the elements of drama. Here I have listed down few elements of drama. Let's have a detailed portrait of all these elements. At first, let's get to know about plot, and second it's going to be about character, then it's going to be about theme, then it is going to be about dialogue, then setting, music, spectacle, and conflict. At first, let's get to know about plot. Plot, it is actually a literary term used to describe the events that make up a story or the main part of the story. So these events relate to each other in a pattern or in a sequence. So here I've given you a small structure of a plot. Just have a glance over it. It is going to be exposition, rising action, climax, falling action, and resolution. First, let's get to know about exposition. Exposition, or in simple, it is going to be an introduction. So, this is going to be the beginning of the story where the characters and the settings are being established or introduced. So, the conflict is also going to get introduced over here. Second part is going to be rising action. It occurs when a series of events build up to the conflict. So during this part of a story, that excitement, tension, or the crisis is encountered. Coming out of the next, the third part is going to be climax. It is the main point of the plot. There is a turning point of the story. So it is the moment of highest interest we could assume, and emotion as well, leaving the reader to wonder what is going to happen next. So this kind of excitement or wonder is going to deal in this part. Coming out, the next portion is going to be falling action. The winding up of the story occurs when events and complications begins to resolve. So all the crises are going to deal with its own resolving part here in this falling action. Next comes the resolution. It is the end of the story, which may occur with either happy or a tragic ending. So this is all about the very first element of a drama, plot. Coming out of the next element of a drama, it is going to be character. So a character is a person or other being in a narrative. So the character may be entirely fictional or based on a real life person. So here I've given you few types of characters. Just have a glance. It is going to be protagonist, the heroic character, antagonist, the villainous character, and next comes the foil character or the supporting character. So these are going to be the types of character. And now let's have let's get to know how the characters are being portrayed. So it is going to be a flat way of a portrayal or the round characters portrayal. Flat in sense, it's going to be stock, static, or stereotypes. Coming out with the round character is going to be dynamic character. Okay, and revealing of characters. So how the characters are going to get revealed. So what the narrator says about the character might be one perspective. What other characters say about the character can be the second one. Coming on the third perspective, what the character says about himself or her own self. So this can be the other way of revealing or what the character actually does. So this can be the other way of portraying the character. Coming over to the next element of a drama, it is going to be theme. So it is the theme, the main underlying idea of the piece of literature. So theme is going to be present in all genres of literature, and it can be society, love, friendship, or achieving one's own identity, finding one's own place in the world. So theme can be anything. So not like specifically this should be the theme, nothing of that sort. Coming out the next element of drama, it is going to be dialogue. It is actually a literary technique in which the writers employ two or more characters to be engaged in a conversation with one another. Coming out the types of dialogue, we are going to have inner dialogue and we are going to have outer dialogue. Inner dialogue is nothing but the characters speak to themselves and reveal their own personalities. And we even have a literary technique like stream of consciousness and dramatic monologue. For example, in the works of James Joyce, Virginia Woolf, and William Faulkner, we could encounter all these types of inner dialogue things. Coming out to the next portion, outer dialogue, it is simple conversation between the two characters. So that's it. Coming out to the next element of a drama is going to be setting. It refers to the time, the geographical location, and the general environment and the circumstances that prevail. So it helps to establish the mood of the story. Imagine like it is going to be a story that happens during the Hitler's time. Okay, so or during Queen Elizabeth's rule. So this should the setting should actually make the audience that the complete story is make the audience believe that the complete story is taking place during Queen Elizabeth's rule. So this setting plays an important role. Coming to the types of setting, we are going to have two different settings here: integral setting and the backdrop setting. Integral setting is fully described in both time and place, usually found in historical fiction, like I said earlier. Coming on the backdrop setting, this setting is vague, helps to convey an universal timeless tale. So it is often found in folk tale. And next element of drama is going to be music. It includes the use of sounds and the rhythm in a dialogue. If the scenes are accompanied by this piece of music, they become more effective on the audience. Next comes spectacle. It is in simple, it's going to be a visual element. It deals with the scenes, costumes, and special effects. The special effects used in the play should deal with the portion or the character of the story that is being highlighted. Coming on to the final one, the final element of a drama is going to be conflict. Conflict, it is actually it generally occurs when a character cannot achieve an objective due to an obstacle. It may be external or an internal conflict. So it can be shown through physical, verbal, or psychological means as well. Coming on to the types of conflict, we are going to have two different types. One is going to be internal conflict and the other one is going to be external conflict. Internal conflict is nothing but the person versus his own self. Okay, so a person versus his own self or her own self is going to be internal conflict. It usually sees troubled characters suffering through internal turmoil. For example, we can have Shakespeare's Hamlet character. Okay, coming to the next type of conflict is going to be external conflict. It can be between two or more characters and can be non-verbal, verbal, or even physical. And for example, it can be person versus God or fate, or it can be person versus another person, or person versus the complete society, or person versus an individual versus his nature, or and again an individual versus supernatural happenings, or an individual versus technology. So all these things are going to be external conflicts. So far we have completed the elements of drama. In the next video, let's get to know about the types of drama. Thank you.